Hello, good morning. So last time we saw the multi-range current meter. So because of some problem, the video was stopped. So let us see again how this multi-range current meter works. Okay, so we are designing the shunt resistors RSH1, RSH2, and 3, 4 by using this formula for different ranges. If you want to measure 0 to 50 milliampere, in that case the I range becomes 50 milliampere. So you have to design this for 50 milliampere. So here if you want to measure up to 5 milliampere, then I range becomes 5 milliampere. Okay, by using the remaining, so just you have to calculate the RSH. So for 10 milliampere, so if you want to measure up to 10 milliampere current, in that case the I range is 10 milliampere. Then by putting this value here, you are going to find out the RSH value. Okay, so this is analog multimeter. So here is the multi-range current meter range. Okay, so you are going to select the range, so like that. Okay, so and it indicates the whatever the applied current on the by using needle deflection, which is nothing but a PMMC. Okay, so like that. So here is the for different current ranges. So like that, here also there is a different current ranges. So by using this, you can measure 0 to 25 ampere by using this range. You can measure 25 milliampere by using this range, 2.5 milliampere by using this range, 100 microampere. So like that. So there, this is the range 5 milliampere, 10, 20, and 40 milliampere. Okay, so this is the multi-range current meter. You can select a multi-ranges 5 milliampere, 10. So this is I range 5, 10, 20 milliampere, 40 milliampere. So these are the I range. Okay, so this arrangement has one disadvantage. Okay, so one or two disadvantages. So first disadvantage is for different ranges we require different resistors. Okay, so first thing, we require a different resistors. Okay, for different ranges we require different resistors. Okay, so but in market we don't find exact value of the resistor. This is another disadvantage. So as the current increases, RSH value goes on decreasing, because this I range is in denominator. So as current increases, current range increases, this RSH value goes on decreasing. So RHS 4 is less than RHS 3, which is less than RHS 2, which is less than RHS 10. So like that, there is this is another disadvantage, that high range requires a low resistance value with a high current handling capacity. ओके, म्हणजे हा जो रेजिस्टर आहे याला रेजिस्टन्स व्हॅल्यू कमी आणि जास्त करंट हँडल करण्याची कॅपॅसिटी लागते. हा दुसरा डिसॲडव्हांटेज आहे. ओके, so this another second disadvantage is high range requires low shunt resistor. Okay, that is RSH, low shunt resistor, and high current handling capacity. Okay, so that means this range, suppose this is 1 milliampere IFSD full scale deflection current, then remaining 4 milliampere 4 flows through this. If we select this range, so in that case the 1 milliampere flows through this, it is the full scale deflection, and remaining 9 milliampere current flows through here. So for 20 milliampere range, if 1 milliampere flows, it is constant. If IFSD is constant, every time it flows through this meter. So remaining 19 milliampere flows through here. Okay, for this one, for 40 milliampere range, if 1 milliampere current flows from this through the meter, then remaining 39 milliampere current flows through the RSH4. That means this resistor requires low resistance with a high current handling capacity. So this is a second disadvantage. Then third disadvantage is if we apply some current to this meter, okay, then if we are going to change the range from 5 milliampere to 10 milliampere, okay, so like that. So there is a range selector, you are changing the range, okay, like this, okay. So as we shift from low range to high range and we are applying a current, okay, as we shift from low range to high range in the intermediate stage. So this is the high range state, this is low range stage. In the intermediate state, see here, okay, so there is no contact with the any range or any RSH, okay. If we change the range from 5 milliampere to 10 milliampere in the intermediate stage sorry, in the intermediate stage there is no contact with RSH1 or RSH2, okay. So in this case, if we constantly applying a current, then this maximum current flows through the meter, okay, and it will damage the meter because it has a 1 milliampere capacity. If we apply 5 milliampere, okay, and if we change the 5 to 10, so that means 5 milliampere current flows through the meter and it will damage the meter, okay. So this is the third disadvantage, okay. So in what is the third disadvantage? By changing range, okay, if we want to change at the time of changing the range at intermediate stage, there is no shunt resistor, okay. So at the intermediate stage there is no shunt resistor and maximum current flows through the meter, okay. So maximum current flows through the meter, okay, flows to the meter and it will damage it will damage PMMC, okay. So this is the three main disadvantage of this multi-range current meter. So to avoid this, we make some different arrangement that is known as Ayerthon shunt method. Ayerthon shunt method, SHUNT, Ayerthon shunt method. So in the Ayerthon shunt method, we make some different arrangements. So this is PMMC and we use shunt resistors which are directly connected across the meter, okay. So like this, so this is PMMC. So now this is the negative terminal of meter, okay, and this is like this same there is the selector now. So first range is this one. Okay, so this is second range and this is third range. So this is the selector switch. So this is positive terminal. So it can select first range, second range, or third range like this. Okay. So this is say R1, R2, R3. Okay. So this is the first range. So we named like suppose this is a 5 milliampere range, this is 10 milliampere range, and this is 20 milliampere range. Okay. So this arrangement is known as Ayerthon shunt method. Okay. So when these selector knobs select the 5 milliampere range, okay, then what will be the RSH? So here shunt resistor for this range is RSH1, for this one it is RSH2, for this one it is RSH3, and for this one it is RSH4. Okay, if here in this condition, if we select the first range, then this R1 plus R2 plus R3, these are connected in series. So R1 plus R2 plus R3 is the total shunt resistor connected across the meter. Okay, according to this formula, so now RSH is R1 plus R2 plus R3. So now the formula becomes like this: R1 plus R2 plus R3. Okay, so this is nothing but RSH. Okay, so that is equal to, by using this formula, we can write here IFSD divided by I range minus IFSD into RM. Okay, you can write here RM here or here also, that is same. Okay, now if we select a second range, now the shunt resistor becomes R2 and R3. So now this R1 is in series with a meter resistance RM. So this is the internal resistance of meter. So this RM and this R1 now becomes in series. So resistance of meter increases from RM to RM plus R1. Okay, these two are in series and these two are in series. So now this second range is selected of 10 milliampere. So in that case, now the RSH becomes, okay, RSH is R2 plus R3 now. R2 plus R3. Now that is equal to IFSD, it remains same, I range minus IFSD into, now RM value increases from RM plus R1. So you have to write here RM plus R1. Okay, so like that, when you select this range, RSH equal to now R3, that is equal to, this factor remains same. Now the RM becomes RM plus R1 plus R2. Okay, so it is not a mathematical terms like if it is plus on this side, if side changes it becomes minus. It's not the case like this. Okay, so this, by arranging this one, so this R1 and RM now in series for this range. For third range, RM, R1, R2, these are in series, so these gets added. So we write here RM plus R2 plus R1 plus R2. Okay, and now RSH is only R3. So here this advantage, sorry, this disadvantage, okay, changing the range. Okay, so this disadvantage is eliminated here. If we change the range at the intermediate time, we are supplying a current from this side. Okay, so at the intermediate time there is no current supplied to this meter or RSH in. So this advantage is removed with this setting, and these two advantages are also removed with this arrangement, because same time as RSH decreases, RM also increases. So here if you observe here, RSH decreases, so same time RM value increases. So these two also compensated or decreased with this arrangement. So this is known as Ayerton shunt method. Okay. So last time we saw a basic milliampere meter or current meter. So in that case we require a RSH with the parallel with this meter. Okay. Now we are going to see the basic voltmeter. Basic voltmeter. Okay. So now we are going to see the basic voltmeter. So here again consider a PMMC, permanent magnet moving coil. So it is a PMMC with internal resistance RM. Okay. So and the full scale deflection current is IFST. Full scale deflection current is IFST. Then if you apply IFSD, you will get the maximum deflection. Same thing is here. So here in this case, if IFSD is supplied and RM is the resistance of the meter, then we can say that, in another way we can say that Vm is the voltage developed across the meter. Okay, Vm is the voltage developed across the meter if IFSD, full scale deflection current, is IFSD and Rm is the meter resistance. Okay, so this is Vm. Now consider one example. Okay, so 1 milliampere is IFSD. Okay, and suppose 1 or 10 ohm is RM. Okay, if we apply 1 milliampere full scale deflection current and 10 ohm is the meter resistance, in that case the voltage across the meter, that is Vm, is V equal to IR. Okay, so IFSD, by using Ohm's law, Vm equal to IFSD into Rm. So that is equal to 1 milliampere into 10 ohm. So it becomes, so 1 milliampere is, so 10 into 1, so it is 10 millivolt. Okay, so 10 into 1 is 10, so this is milli and volt. So ampere into ohm, the unit becomes volt because V is equal to IR. So it becomes 10 millivolt. So it means that, what it means, if we apply a 10 millivolt Vm to this meter, then it shows a maximum deflection. Okay, so you get it. So if you apply a 10 millivolt voltage to this PMMC, then you will get a maximum deflection. So in short, it means that we can measure a 10 millivolt voltage with this PMMC. That means if you apply 10 millivolt, it shows a maximum deflection. Okay, so needle is on the right hand side. So like that here also. Okay, so if we apply this 0.5 volt, it shows a maximum deflection. It means that, so this PMMC, so this is the multimeter. Okay, so just I am giving the idea of this, not it is the same exactly PMMC, it is a already calibrated multimeter. Okay, so if we apply this 10 millivolt voltage here, then it shows a maximum deflection. That means we can measure up to only 10 millivolt voltage with this meter if 1 milliampere is IFSD and 10 volt is the resistance. So suppose I want to measure more than 10 millivolt. In that case, we require a series resistance. So here we require a series resistance, and then by connecting this series resistance you can connect the voltage that you required. Okay, that is known as V range. Okay, so see, look at here. So this is a 0.5 volt, this is 2.5, this is 10 volt, 50 to 50. So this is nothing but a range. 10 volt is the range, V range. Okay, so now you can apply a 10 volt with this two terminal. So this is a V range. Then what happens? So if we apply a V range, suppose say V range is say 5 volt. Okay, so V range is 5 volt. If you apply a 5 volt, then in this case the only 10 millivolt is dropped across this PMMC, and remaining voltage that should drop across this series resistance. Okay, so like that in current meter what we did. So in current meter, if we apply a 10 milliampere and IFSD is 1 milliampere, in that case 1 milliampere flows through it, through the meter, and remaining 9 milliampere flows through the RSH. For I range is 10 milliampere. Okay, so this is for current meter. Same thing is for voltmeter. So if you apply V range is 5 volt, then only this 10 millivolt is dropped across this meter, and remaining will drop across this here resistance. So this is RS, series resistance. Okay, so you are going to design this now. Okay, so to design this we show how to derive here. So V range, as I said, V range is the voltage we are going to apply here. Only 10 millivolt is dropped here and remaining dropped across the RS. That means V range equal to voltage across RS plus voltage across meter. So here we name this as Vs. Okay, so this is applied voltage, and from this voltage these two voltages are generated. So we can write here V range equal to Vs plus Vm. V range equal to Vs plus Vm. So we know that if you apply a voltage, then the maximum current flows through it, and it should be IFSD, because if you apply V range it shows a maximum deflection. Okay, if you apply 5 volt, then it should be shows a maximum deflection. Like that here, if you apply 10 volt, it shows a maximum deflection. So like that. So V range, if you apply V range, it shows the maximum deflection, means what? There is a IFSD current. Okay, so IFSD current flows through the meter when we apply V range. So in that case we can write here now the current through the RS is the same current through the meter, that is IFSD. So we can write here IFSD into RS. So same IFSD current flows through the meter, and it is having a resistance of Rm. IFSD into Rm. Okay, so this is the equation. Now if we solve for the value of RS, then we get, so here, so if we change the range, so here V range minus IFSD into Rm, so we get here IFSD into Rm, that is equal to V range minus IFSD, sorry, we write here RS, sorry, we write here RS. Okay, V range minus IFSD into Rm, so it changes this side. Okay, so IFSD into RS, so we can write here RS equal to V range divided by IFSD. Okay, V range divided by IFSD minus IFSD get cancelled into minus RM. So this is divided by with this also. Okay, so IFSD get cancels. Okay, so I am writing here bracket IFSD divided by IFSD. So this get cancelled, and only this is the formula: RS equal to V range divided by IFSD minus RM. So this is the formula. Okay, so by using this we can design the voltmeter for different ranges. Okay, so now we are going to stop here now. So carefully observe all this. Okay, let us see another last point, that is the multi-range voltmeter. Multi-range voltmeter. Okay, in this multi-range voltmeter, so just you are going to use a different series resistors. Okay, and we are going to use the selector knob. So this is the first range, this is the second range, third range, fourth range. Okay, so this is the plus. So this is the multi-range voltmeter. So as if we observe here, RS value increases with the V range. As V range, because V range is in the numerator. V range is in numerator. As V range increases from 1 volt to 2 volt, 2 volt to 5 volt, 5 to 10 volt. So as V range increases, numerator factor increases and RS also increases. So this is say 1 volt, this may be 5 volt, this may be 10 volt, this may be 20 volt. So as the series resistance, if we select this one, series resistance becomes addition of these two. If we select this one, series resistance becomes addition of these three. If we select this range, then series resistance is addition of these four. So this is a multi-range voltmeter. So this don't have any disadvantages. So this is the correct way to connect the resistors with the PMMC. Okay, now we are going to stop here. So you have to carefully observe the video that I have uploaded. Okay.